We are most appreciative to be here with you at this time, discussing the topic of emotions in general. We want you to begin to look at your emotions as feelings and sensations that move through you. They're only considered negative emotions because they aren't favorable. No one wants the emotions that come from experiencing sadness, rage, envy, inferiority, and disappointment, but it is a part of human experience. It's how you interpret a situation. It's how the energy moves through your body when this or that happens. That's what stirs up negative emotions. The thing that makes negative emotions extremely uncomfortable for some of you is the story that you have added to them. And we don't in any way want to sound insensitive or like you're making it all up in your head. Your feelings are very real. We just want you to know that adding a story on top of them makes them more difficult to move through. If you watch your babies, you will see that when they feel discomfort or pain or detachment, they cry and express that. They feel it fully, and then they move on once that feeling washes over them completely or once they are guided to something different. Adults, however, experience their negative emotions, keep it in their minds, go over it again and again, tell the story to someone else, beat themselves up over the way that they feel, call themselves all kinds of names for having that emotion, or lash out because they're feeling that way, and then wonder how the situation got so bad. Sometimes you're just dealing with the situation mentally for far too long, or you've let your emotions take over completely and they've caused you to do something that you'd rather not have done. Your negative emotions are meant to be acknowledged, moved through, and then let go of. Watch your little ones. They feel it, but they don't dwell on it. They don't run it through their minds 100 times. They instinctually decide where they'd rather be instead, and then move in the direction of that. The best way to deal with negative emotions is to understand that you are going through an experience that is less than favorable. You're not wrong. You're not bad for feeling that way. It's just less than favorable. And it shows you that there is a gap between what you truly desire yourself to feel and what you are actually experiencing. The first thing that we recommend is to show yourself compassion. You're going through an emotion, feeling, or an experience that is counter to your natural thriving state of being. That's going to make you feel off. Recognizing that can offer an immediate sense of relief. Instead of it being all of your fault or all of their fault, you just see it for what it is. You in that moment are feeling different than you would like to. That is liberating. You don't have to fix anyone, and you don't have to bash yourself. You just recognize it and decide to move in a different direction. The second thing that we recommend is to get some space and just breathe. Step away if you can. Get some space between you and the other person. Get some fresh air. Don't keep banging your head against the problem. The more you hit your head against that wall or that block while in that state of being, the worse it's going to feel and get. Don't lean into negativity. Get some space between you and the situation altogether. The third thing that we recommend is deciding where you would like to be instead. As we stated, your negative emotions just mean that you desire to be in a different feeling state and experience than the one that you are experiencing. So you're angry. Okay, We understand. Is that ideal? Is it where you want to reside at the moment? Or are you feeling the discomfort enough to try to move through that? The choice is yours. You can stay there as long as you'd like. But let us tell you, it's not necessary to stay there. You are free to keep running the scenario through your mind, or you can try to walk yourself through those negative feelings and into a new state of being. Chances are you don't actually want to be angry. You want to be at peace. You want a peaceful resolution. Be honest with yourself. Say what you really want. Say what you really need that you feel you are not getting. You'll express the truth, and then you'll start to feel yourself ease up. Even if the conversation has to happen in your mind, talk yourself through the anger, through the sadness, through the fear, through the resentment. It's okay to define what you're feeling. You just want to steer clear of lashing out at others or beating up on yourself because of what you feel. And lastly, take some steps to start moving more in the direction of where you would like to be feeling-wise. What can you do, if anything, to put yourself at ease? What can you do to feel a little bit better? What can you do to soothe your thoughts about the experience? You can navigate through it. You just have to understand what emotions are. Your negative emotions arise from you going through experiences, feelings, and thoughts that are less than favorable. Recognize that the next time you are in a negative situation. You don't have to act out. You don't have to blame anyone else or yourself. Just ask yourself, what am I experiencing right now that is less than favorable? What would I like to experience instead? What steps can I take to navigate through this and start moving in the direction of the state of being that I would like to be in? You have the power to shift. Dwelling in negative emotions may be compelling, but the real magic happens when you decide that you can feel it fully and then decide to move in the direction of where you would like to be instead. That is our message here for you today. Blessings to you, dear one.